Does Dwaraka is the city of Dwaraka, which was built by Vasudeva Krishna? Is it still exist in the womb of sea? To know the details, we must know why Dwaraka has constructed.
Wanna watch this video in Telugu language? Click on the link in description and also subscribe to Maitri Mites. According to mythology, Lord Krishna firstly ruled Madura city. Lord Krishna ruled Madura city with his elder brother Balarama, killing his uncle Kamsa. Jarasandha, who was the maternal father of Kamsa, couldn't digest the death of his son-in-law by a little boy Sri Krishna. So, he planned to take revenge on Sri Krishna. He invaded 17 times on Madura, but he failed to ruin the city. Even though the Madura city people defeated Jarasandha successfully, they faced many financial problems. So, Sri Krishna decided to construct a city in the midst of the sea to protect his people from Jarasandha. Lord Krishna went to Lord of Sea, Samudra, to ask place for constructing Dwaraka. Then Samudra moved a little back and gave 120 miles to Sri Krishna. With the help of architect Vishwakarma, Lord Krishna constructed Dwaraka at the place where the river Gomati meets the sea. In Dwaraka, there are almost 9 lakh royal buildings with a crystal called crystal emerald diamonds, and walls of the buildings are coated with gold. Some of the buildings in Dwaraka has constructed in such a way that to touch the clouds. From those buildings, Dwaraka and its surroundings are clearly visualized. Dwaraka was filled by pleasant environment with lakes, gardens, flower fragrances, and the beautiful sounds of birds. Lord Krishna lived along with his 8 wives and his 16,000 gopikas in Dwaraka itself. Every gopika has their own royal building in Dwaraka. He also categorized building areas, farming areas, and so on in an orderly manner. Dwaraka city was not only ended with houses and gardens. There are commercial zones, residential areas, shopping malls, and other public utilities as now. In a nutshell, Dwaraka can be called as City of Golden. Yadavas who ruled Dwaraka are called Tasharas. Sachaki, Krutavarma, Uttava, Akrura, Ugrasena called Dwaraka as Swarnadwaraka, Dwarakamati, and Kushasthali. As our mythology says, once Narada visited Dwaraka. Then he shocked by seeing those beautiful and attractive buildings. According to Narada, the buildings are embedded with lapis lazuli and are Lord Krishna's stories has carved as sculptures. And those buildings are decorated with pearls as arcs. Krishna shifted all the Yadavas to Dwaraka so that the problems from Jarasandha has cleared. But the story doesn't end there. Actually, the story started from there itself. At the time of conclusion of Kurukshetra battle, all the Kauravas has killed except Duryodhana. Then Lord Krishna went to anoint Gandhari, the mother of Kauravas. Then she urged to stop the battle, but Lord Krishna refused to do so and explained Gandhari about his husband Dhritarashtra's preterm birth. In his preterm birth, he has killed a swan and its 100 children. As a result, in present birth, he became blind and also lost his sons. By listening those words, Gandhari became angry and asked, "Why should I get hurt?" And she cursed Krishna that he should also face the same situation that she has faced. The Yadava race and Dwaraka should perish. Few days after Kurukshetra, a king called Siluva oftenly attacked on Dwaraka with weapons like rocks. Siluva was the friend of Sisupala who wants to marry Rukmini.
but Rukmini refused and wanted to marry Sri Krishna. Then Krishna and his brother Balarama defeated both Sisupala and Silva. So Silva has promised to perish the race Yadava. He started praying Lord Shiva for the powers to defeat Krishna. Then Lord Shiva offered a rock-like weapon called Shobha. The technology used in Shobha was unidentified till now. By using that weapon, Silva perished 3/4 of Dwaraka, but Sri Krishna vanished both Shobha and Silva at a time. From then, Gandhari's curse started affecting Dwaraka. Yadavas started killing themselves for positions. So, the entire Dwaraka became mayhem. Sri Krishna couldn't be able to see the disaster. He took a decision and asked the rest of Yadavas and his grandsons to move from there. After they had vacated from Dwaraka, he said Arjuna that he will leave all his powers and will go to jungle. He also said that no one will save Dwaraka after him and left from there. Once, while he was in meditation in a jungle, a hunter named Vali came there to kill a deer, but accidentally the arrow hit Sri Krishna. In Ramayana, Vali was killed by Sri Rama in the war between Sugriva and Vali. So, as a ritual, Lord Krishna was killed by Vali. After the death of Krishna, Samudra swallowed Dwaraka as tsunami, and this was observed by Arjuna. Our researcher says that myths like Ramayana, Mahabharata were true, and they also shown some proofs. One such research about Dwaraka was revealed in 1983-86 by an archaeologist, Dr. S.R. Rao. The research says that there was a city at the womb of sea at the coast of Gomati River and Arabian Sea. It was about 20 kilometers from the coastal region of Gujarat, with the depth of 40 meters and 9 square kilometer area. It was identified that it has constructed in 3150 BC. Dwaraka has a systematic construction with advanced technology like commercial zones. It was revealed that Yadavas has organized harbors successfully, and international trading has also done with Greek and with few other countries. He also said Dwaraka stood number 1 position in 6 hectares. Dr. S.R. Rao revealed the photos to the world as proofs of Dwaraka. He also concluded that Dwaraka was called Dwaramati, Dwaravati and Kushasthali. But the mystery was, how does it still exist the same in the womb of sea from Mahabharata period? Some believe that it was still exist in Gujarat, and also some researchers proved it. As we all think, does Dwaraka is the city of Dwaraka which was built by Vasudeva Krishna? Is that still exist in the womb of sea? Such questions are still elusive.